guys, good morning. It's morning time here where I'm at right now, and I'm saying good morning to you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia, and this is Heart and Hand Creations and Events. Today, guys, I'm going to show you, as I said in my prior video, my new project are scrub caps, which I showed you this one the last time. Scrub surgical cap type of thing. Let me start. Yep, this right here. So I'm about to duplicate that for you today on my channel, and if you want to see how I make this surgical slash scrub cap, stick around and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back, and what I have here, I was trying to get everything all set up before I came back on, at least have all of my stuff to show you what I'm talking about. What I'm going to do is explain to you more than show you how I make my caps. What I have here is, starting off, is fabric that I purchased from an online company that I was impressed with, because the quality of this is 100% cotton and it is thick and tight. I have this print here, and I also had this print. Well, with this print right here, I'll put it up in the corner. I made 2 head bouffant bonnets out of this material, and as you see up there in the corner, that's what they look like. A couple of pictures. And but the cap that we're going to do today is the surgical cap. As I said, I'm going to move that to the side. Lawson's Fabric and Crafts. Remember I talked about her in the last video? Well, this is the interfacing. I bought 5 yards so that I'll just have it for whatever and whenever I need it. And I like this stuff. And like I said, it's the iron-on. It's smooth on one side, and you can feel the little bubblies on the other side. That's the side that you lay on the material. Back to my surgical slash scrub cap. This is the pattern that I have for the cap. This is the head. This is the part that goes across here like this, and this part here, this is the headband pattern for the headband. It goes like this, and these are the ties in the back. Just these 2 pieces, guys, make this right here. That's it. And the buttons are on here for the masks, the loops. Alright, so out of this pattern, which you see the sizes, let me see, that's the size that this is, but it's originally on the video, it's a size 5 by 8.5, what's that, yeah, 8.5, and right here 8.5 stops here, and it starts dropping down with a nice little curve right into the tie part. And this is originally supposed to be 2 inches, but I got it at 2 1/4, which is fine. So again, this is the head, the cap part, and this is the band. I also have other patterns for other for that bouffant, but we'll get to that in another video. Okay, alright, so the material that I chose looks like this one. Here, as you see, I've already cut out the band, and the inner facing is ironed in, cut out and ironed in. And I did the same for, yeah, I was piecing it together. The same for the headpiece. And that tail end, this right here, is ironed down, folded, ironed, folded, and ironed. It's two-fold, which will bring the cap to this size. And then I'll go over to the machine and sew this in place. After this is sewn in place, I pin these together, the band and the head piece together. There we go. Just find the middle, just fold it in half, iron it, iron a crease in it so I can see where the middle is right there for me, and do the same thing with this. And this will go right over here, and I start pinning it in place from the center lines. And I remember to keep my pin out enough so that when I'm sewing over it, this doesn't get caught up under the foot because it causes problems. And this is what I do. I start pinning. Once I start from there, this is what it'll look like after it's all pinned together. Oh, and I also ironed down the first seam of the band, like the first. Alright, and this is how the cap looks all pinned together. And this is what the seam looks like sewn, place that I described a few minutes ago. And now I'm going to go over to the machine and sew this cap in place. Right here I am at, what is this, 3/8 of an inch. I can't even see what this says. That's how far over. I usually go by the foot, between the space in between and the edge. That's usually what I go by. So at this point I will do a double stitch at the beginning to lock the stitch in place. Then I go backwards and come back forward again. Alright guys, back over here at the table. I've removed the pins. This is what it looks like without the pins. So I'm ironing down the seams because this right here will create the tie. But I need to double fold this seam right here. So that's what I'm doing. And isn't it funny guys how the material shapes, how you can shape material the same, just to get this curve right here. See that? But anyway, back to it. So I'm double pressing these seams, and this is going to go over, hold on, let me show you. It's going to go over like that. As I said, these will be the ties. So if you guys hold tight, I'll be right back. Alright, and this is how I press. I've already pressed one seam, and now I've doubled the fold. Like this. And this is how that seam looks near the top. This is a little tricky area right here, so I've developed a way that I can't even explain it to you guys, but you'll see when I'm done how this will blend in with the stitching. Okay, at this point, I stitched these two curves down halfway, and then I fold this over, and I go back and stitch this, and this will create a double fold for here. So hold tight and meet me back over at the sewing machine. Okay, I have my seams lined up, and here goes the stitch. And again, we're going to back stitch to make sure that we secure it. Back stitch. Alright, continue on. And I usually just go halfway down, because when the bottom seam around the rim, when I pull that over, it covers half of this. It'll be like this. So you won't see it on that side. Okay, and I'll do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay guys, at this point, as I showed you, I sewed this seam down here with the double stitching right there to keep it in place. I didn't double stitch here because it's going to be overlapped a little by the stitching that I have to do for this, which goes all the way around the band to the other end of the strap. So I'm going to sew that in place, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here is the final result. I'm going to show you what I've did. I finished the seam like I said I would, and you see how that first seam, that curved seam joins. That's why I stopped in the middle, so that the two would meet in the middle. And then I just did a double stitch on the end here. Nothing fancy. Can you see that? Looks a little fuzzy, but yep. And here we have it, guys. It goes this way, shaped like that. There we go. And the strings. There we are. So I'm not going to try it on. You know what it looks like already. You saw the prototype. It fits the same way. This might be a smidgen larger for a person with a larger circumference head, but here it is. You know what this also reminds me of? Motorcycle riders. I see them wearing caps that look something like this too, except they're leather. But anyway guys, if you like this video, the content that I put out in this video today, and if you learned anything, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to share, and again, hit that like for a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will know. Oh, and actually the next video is going to be the bouffant bonnet style, surgical / scrub cap. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Bye bye.